Hi guys, it's Nia, also known as AKA Educator with Curls, and welcome back to my channel. It's another Saturday of film, and I'm super excited to dive into this video. This video talks a lot about understanding curly hair and understanding kind of what I needed to understand to get my hair to flourish and to understand what my hair needed and how it needed to be cared for. So before we get started, I'm going to tell you what's in my hair today. I did a wash and go today. As you can see, some really nice definition, some beautiful shine. And I used my SheScentIt Royal Honey Argan Softening Leave-In Milk. Those of you who know me, follow me on Instagram or on Snapchat, know that I love SheScentIt's leave-in conditioners. There's like no leave-in that I've ever tried from SheScentIt that I really don't like. There's very few. I think the Juicy Curls is the only one to date that I didn't like. But their leave-ins work for me like every time. Every single leave-in that I've tried works for me. And I love how it works for me. It detangles my hair really easily, gives me really good slip, gives me really good moisture, and can be paired with my two favorite gels, which are the Camille Rose Curl Maker and the Uncle Funky's Daughter Curly Magic. So I used this today. And then I actually styled with my Irish Styling Moss Cream. Y'all know I've showed you this a few times now. This is Bay. This is one of the only curl creams that I can use in my hair, like at all. This and the Aloe with Butter Gel are the only two curl creams that I keep. This I actually use like it's a gel. Even though it's not, it's a true styling cream, but it's a finisher for me. Same thing with the Aloe with Butter Gel. It's a finisher for me, so I can use that on top of a leave-in and get good results. When I am using a cream styler, I do go in with a mousse as my sealant. I don't have that for you today, but the only one I really use is the Camille Rose ones. The Spiked Mercury mousse is the one that I used on top. So that's my hair for today, and I'll show you really quickly what it looks like in close. Really great shine, really great definition, practically no frizz, and it's just beautiful. It's beautiful, all right? So, I also am featuring today the Miche Sweet Pumpkin Spice Ayurvedic Limited Edition Deep Conditioner, and part of it is, this is like the new deep conditioner that just came from Miche. Smells so good. Smells like holiday cheer and blissfulness and fall and just love. And I used this to deep condition my hair before I actually styled. And so you guys know I do Curl Care Saturday. This was the feature for Curl Care Saturday for me this week, and it did amazing. I still like Peaches and Cream better. I've only tried this now twice. But Peaches and Cream for me takes the cake. It is like hands down the best deep conditioner, limited edition deep conditioner that Miche makes. And then I love Indulge and I love Strengthen. But this is the one that I use this week. So let's dive in. So we talked a little bit about what's in my hair already. And now we're going to focus on curly hair. The things that you need to know about curly hair. Stay tuned. All right, so the things that you really need to learn about curly hair, I'm going to drop them on the screen, is the three things that I took a lot of time to learn about my hair was porosity, density, and texture. And a large part of that was because when I started to understand some of those things, it was easier for me to care for my hair. So the first thing we're going to dive into is texture. All right, so I have some notes on my phone. So you might have seen the texture system. It goes in categories of type 2, type 3, type 4 hair. Type 2 is known as wavy hair. Type 3 is known as curly hair. And type 4 is known as coily hair. And within each type, there's an A, B, and C. So 2A, 2B, 2C, 3A, 3B, 3C, 4A, 4B, 4C, okay? And the thing that this really helped me to understand was how oils and moisture travel down my strands. So I have 3C, 4A hair. And when you understand the types of curl that you have, it actually allows you to understand like the diameter of your wave, the curl pattern, and then how oils and moisture travels down your hair products. So because I have between curly and coily hair, my hair likes a single strand knot, which helped me to understand my ends and why I really needed to coat my ends with deep conditioner when I'm caring for, or putting oil on my ends only because my hair doesn't like oil in its roots, like different things like that. It also really, really helped me understand, like what the ringlet should look like based on my texture, right? So I have like corkscrewy kind of curls where they're like literal spirals and they wrap around a pencil just about, so between 4A and 3C. And knowing that helps me understand that like when my hair is flimsy or my ends are straggly, like it's time to cut, or it's not healthy currently, so I need to do something to give it some life, okay? So that's the first thing. It also helped me to not have hair envy. So when I first went natural, I envied textures that we know, like Eurocentric ideas of beauty celebrate. So the wavy curls and the like 3A, 3B curls are celebrated far more, as well as like fair-skinned women with curly hair. And so I needed to be comfortable in the fact that like my hair is 4A, 3C, and then even like understand, you know, how women envy my hair even. And it helped me to embrace my texture and be okay with like, no, this is not about what other people have. It's about what I have and how to care for it. And it really grounded me in like why I went natural, or returned to natural, as people say, and like why it was really important to me and why it will be really important to any daughter that I have, why it was so important for my sisters to do that, because we'll get into a story then, but I big chopped like all of my siblings' hair and my mom's. My sister actually started going natural, my older sister, before any of us, and then I got really into it and then made everybody else into it, and now we all wear our hair curly. But how important that like understanding of my texture was in that process. All right. The second piece of information that I really had to understand was density. Okay. And when I was understanding density is about how many strands are packed together. So I got told a lot, like, your hair is so thick, you have so much hair, right? That's technically referring to density. And I actually don't have thick hair. So it looks very full when it dries, but it is actually more medium density hair. So when my hair is wet, it is very flat, very fine, not super thick and dense. It's when it dries that it has good volume and it looks far denser than it is. So density is about how many strands are packed together. You can do that by literally counting. I would not encourage that. But it's also about, like, when you take a strand out, how many strands are packed together, right? So understanding that. It also helps you to understand, like, density really helps you to understand how your hair takes in products. So, how you should style your hair, how your hair absorbs product, what kind of, like, do you need a wet textured product? Do you need a thick, creamier product? And, like, why? Density helps you to understand that. It also helps you to understand, like, when your hair gets weighed down by a product, why that might be. So, like, I don't use a lot of really thick creams and butters that are oil heavy. Like, the Irish Moss works for me so well because it's not oil heavy, and I can use a ton of it, and it doesn't give me, like, that greasy feel. And part of that is because of its ingredients, like, what's its base, right? But I found out really early shea butters and mango butters were not my friends. I can't use a ton of it in my hair because it weighs down and, like, sits on the curls. So density was the second piece that I really needed to learn. It also helped me to understand a little bit more of, like, it helped me gauge when my curls were, like, thinning out on the ends when I was playing with hair color for a long time. It would help me tell the difference. So because I knew my hair density, when the ends of my strands were no longer as dense as the top of my hair, I knew, like, oh, I've got to cut this, or, like, this part of the color is now damaging my hair, or it's not in a healthy state, and that was really helpful for me as well. All right. And you can also have like fine, you can have medium, or you can have dense hair. Typically, that's like the spectrum of density. All right. The last piece that I really needed to help understand, or really needed to understand to really help my hair and care for my hair, was porosity. And you'll hear people say low porosity, medium porosity, and high porosity hair. And this is always a weird kind of topic because I think when I dyed my hair, my porosity changed. When my hair is like virgin and like not dyed, which is like for me from like here up, my hair texture is actually different. Porosity can change based on chemicals. It can also just be how your hair is. For me, my porosity changed when I used a lot of blonding dye because it carries bleach and strips the hair so much. So my porosity, how much water it absorbs and moisture your hair absorbs, which is what porosity measures, began to change based on the chemicals that I had used in my hair. So basically, I'll talk about high and low, and medium is kind of the midway point between them. So low porosity hair means that your cuticle layers on your hair strand are flat, which means it is hard for moisture to get in, okay? And it is also hard for moisture to get out when it's sealed. So a lot of what I have to do is, my hair is low porosity, so a lot of what I have to do is lift the cuticle so that nutrients from products can get into it. So you will see me heat style a lot. It's one of the reasons why I steam. It is one of the reasons why I use my hooded dryer. And then it allows the product to get into my hair. It's also why my hair does differently in summer. Like, it will dry and feel like soft and big and beautiful, why my hair loves summer and humidity. It does not care for winter, because cold closes my cuticle and keeps it that way. It doesn't like it, okay? So that's low porosity hair. High porosity hair is when the cuticle layers are open, but they don't close easily either. So it is easy for moisture to get in, but also easy for moisture to get out, okay? And when I dyed my hair a few years ago, I had dyed my hair all blonde. So I would say that was like 2016, end of 2015, 2016. That year, I dyed it bleach blonde. My hair shifted to high porosity because of how much dye I was using. I was also like highlighting my dyed blonde hair, like making them bleach blonde, white, like it was a lot. And my porosity was very different. Well, I've big chopped now twice since then. Once into a tapered cut, and then for a while I had shaved sides all the way around and just hair on top. So I've cut out a lot of it. I still have some lighter ends, and this is actually not dye. This is what happens to my hair as it gets longer, because hair at the end is dead, like it's farthest from your scalp, farthest from the blood circulation and things like that. My hair actually turns color in summer and as it goes down naturally. Even when I was relaxed, my hair in summer would get like a reddish, blondish red in summer, and then the ends of my hair would get really, really light colored. And so that's kind of like porosity. My porosity began to be affected with dye. So now I am still low porosity, and low porosity helped me understand like what kind of products I can use. It's also one of the reasons why my hair really, really loves watery leave-ins so much. One of the reasons why I love SheScentIt's lightweight leave-ins really is because it can penetrate my hair so much easier. And I always use hot water in my spray bottle. I always use hot water when I am, styling my hair in the shower or rinsing product out. It's also one of the reasons why I like the snotty gels, because really thick gels don't do anything for my hair, but the snotty kind of textured gels really allow my hair to absorb it. So that's porosity. So you can actually do a porosity test by testing a strand. Take a cup of water, take a strand, put it in the water. If it floats to the top, or does it float to the bottom? And depending upon where it floats, gauges your porosity. So again, density, porosity, and texture are the three things that like I really needed to become informed about to help care for and be equipped to do my hair. And care for my curly hair. So I encourage everyone to research it for themselves, spend some time looking at the research behind hair texture especially, and hair porosity and density, because it's an immense amount of research, and it's really, really informative and helpful for you along your journey. So like always, please like, comment, share, subscribe, thumbs up, hit the notification bell, all the things. And I hope this was helpful to someone or to you all who are watching. If you have any comments or anything you would like to leave in the comment box, by all means, do so. And as always, have a great Saturday, and thanks so much for joining. Bye.